Maurice and Christine, upon hearing those words, aircraft crashed into a building in Midtown Manhattan. You can imagine there was panic across New York City. When we got to the scene, though, those fears were quickly put to rest. We were told it was a crash landing by a single pilot, one person in that helicopter. He is dead tonight. And now the question remains, why was he flying in airspace that's restricted and in fog, like you see at the top of that building where he crashed? It was a frightening scene in Midtown today as a helicopter made a crash landing on top of a 54-story building at 51st Street and 7th Avenue. The call for help came into the fire department at 1:43 p.m. Streets were immediately blocked off by emergency response vehicles, and I made my way to the scene on foot. The fire department was already there with more than 100 emergency workers deployed to the scene. There were firefighters preparing to make their way to the roof of the building, where a fire and heavy smoke was reported as a result of that crash. We learned the pilot was killed in the crash.
I've checked in with the fire department, police department, and buildings department. There is no danger of any kind to New Yorkers at this point.
Approximately 1:32 this afternoon, the helicopter took off from the 34th Street heliport. And about 11 minutes later, crashed on the roof across the street from where we are now.
Coincidentally, Governor Cuomo was at an event nearby and arrived moments after the crash was reported. He spoke with us after a preliminary briefing.
We don't know what caused the helicopter to land on the top of the building, but people in the building itself, nobody has been hurt. Workers
in this high-rise were evacuated during the incident. One described what that was like.
You could smell smoke, not heavy smoke, but the smell of what I described burnt construction material started to come downstairs. At that point, people started, okay, you guys are taking a little long, let's pick up the pace, let's go.
Other people living nearby reported they felt the building shake. Some nearby residents were also evacuated or not allowed to return home right away.
If you're a New Yorker, you have a level of PTSD, right, from 9/11. So as soon as you hear an aircraft hit a building, I think my mind goes where every New Yorker's mind goes.
But at this point, there's no indication.
At this point, there is no indication that is the case.
Another live look now at that heavy, dense fog that is just heavily sitting over the roof where that helicopter crashed around 1:45 this afternoon. We have learned the name of that pilot is Tim McCormick, but at this hour, Christine and Maurice, we're still trying to figure out exactly where he was going and why he was flying. We're live in Midtown Manhattan. Jessica Layton, CBS 2 News.